Hello everyone, I am Ruchi Jain and I am currently in my third year pursuing bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering from Modi University of Science and Technology, and this video is about my experience in Code for Good Hackathon 2021 that was organized by JPMorgan and how I got a software engineering internship in JPMorgan India through that. So watch the full video to get to know more about the hackathon, the procedure, what happens in the hackathon, and some tips to perform well in the hackathon. So Code for Good is an annual event organized by JPMorgan Chase. It is a 24 hours hackathon, and through that hackathon they hire for full-time and intern roles. It is open for second and third year students. So for second year it is for internship roles, and for third year it was for full-time roles. This is an on-campus opportunity, so your training and placement office will inform you about the same. To participate in the actual hackathon, there are two shortlisting rounds that are done. The first one is the coding round and the second one is the video resume round. The coding round was organized on HackerRank, and the questions were not difficult at all. They were from easy to medium level, and if you've been doing DSA for a while or if you've been doing CP for a while, you'll easily be able to do those questions. So coding round is not that difficult. Second is the video resume round. So what happens in the video resume round is you are provided with a link and you go on that link, and there are two questions that are asked to you, and those questions are like behavioral questions or like HR round questions, and you get 3 to 5 minutes of preparation once you sign in. Like you're asked the first question and you get some time to prepare, and then you're given 2 chances to record yourself. So if you record yourself and you don't like the way you answer the question, you have one more chance, but yeah, you only get 2 chances. And then you're asked the second question, and the same process for that. You record yourself, if you like it you submit it, and if you don't, you have one more chance. So for the video resume round, I advise you to be more honest about your experiences. Use your experiences to answer those questions. I don't exactly remember what the questions were, but I do remember that I talked about my experience in first year when we were working on a project. So yeah, you can use your experiences to answer those questions. Once you've done the coding round and the video resume round, the next step is to wait. It will take around 1 to 2 months for the results to come back. I remember, like, from our college for the internship roles, that is from second year, 5 of us were selected from the hackathon. So your TPO will inform whether you're selected or not. Like, out of 8,500 students that participated in the coding round and the video resume round last year, only 650 students were selected. So that itself is kind of a great feeling if you even get selected for the hackathon. So the results, we got the results on April 30th. That was like a month or 2 after the coding round. So you'll have to wait for a bit to get the results, and once you are selected, you are ready to participate in the hackathon. Even though the actual hackathon is for just 24 hours, the whole Code for Good event is like a week-long event where there are a lot of sessions and workshops conducted. We had an introduction to Git workshop. We had a Code for Good event Q&A where we asked our doubts regarding the event. There was a workshop called Art of Asking Powerful Questions. So there are technical sessions, non-technical sessions done before the hackathon to get you prepared for the hackathon. We were also divided in the teams of 7 members randomly, like all the students were divided randomly. So there's not a lot of chance that you will be paired with someone from your own college. Most probably all the students in your team would be from different colleges. So this is like before the hackathon sessions are taken, you're divided in the teams. Once the list of your team members are out, you form a WhatsApp group connect with them on LinkedIn, maybe form a Discord channel, or just like interact with them, because they are the people you'd be working on with during the hackathon. So you get like 2 to 3 days to interact with your teammates, to get to know each other, to get to know about the skills, what skills do each person on the team have. You will have a rough idea of what each person would be doing during the hackathon. Like maybe someone is good at like back end, they'll be working on that part of the project. Someone is good at the front end, they'll be working on that part of the project. So those 2 to 3 days you get with your teammates, utilize that time to get to know each other, make a rough plan that will definitely help you during the hackathon. One more thing I want to add is, if you're not selected for the hackathon, there is a chance that you are in the wait list, because one of our teammates joined us a few days later. So there are some students who do back out from the hackathon, and the ones who are in the wait list join the teams afterwards. So if you're not selected, don't lose hope. There might be a chance that you do get an email from them just before the hackathon starts, because there are students in the wait list who do join just like a day or two before the hackathon. The last year hackathon was all online, so there was a Slack channel created where all the participants were there. The Code for Good team, the organizing committee was there, and each team had their own group in the Slack channel, and we were assigned 2 mentors. Now these mentors are the ones who are going to decide whether you're getting a job or not. They will monitor you throughout the hackathon. They will see how you're working, how you're interacting with your team, what your performance is during the hackathon, and they are going to decide whether you're getting an internship or not. As I said, it was all online, so each team had their own Zoom link, right? Each team had their own Zoom link, and all the members and the mentors were present on that Zoom link for the course of the hackathon. So let's talk about the hackathon day and what happens during the hackathon day. In the morning, you are given out the problem statements, and these problem statements are by different NGOs, the actual NGOs. You also have like a session with all the NGOs where what happens is each NGO comes, they give their presentation, they talk about their mission, their vision, what they're working on and how they're working on and what they have achieved and everything. And they also brief you about, or I would say elaborate you about the problem statement and what problem statement they want you to solve, they want you to work on. So once all the presentations are done by all the NGOs, there is a form that is rolled out after like 5 to 10 minutes after the presentations are done. And in that form, you have to fill in your preferences. Each team has to fill their preferences of the NGOs they would like to work for, they would like to build their project for. So the NGOs are assigned to you on first come first served basis. So whoever fill the form the fastest, they will get their preferences. And after a few minutes, like 10 to 20 minutes after the form is closed, there is a list that lists out all the teams and what NGO they are assigned. And then you start working on the project, right? Once you're assigned the problem statement, the brainstorming begins, the ideation begins, and you are interacting with your team. You all are working on that idea, you are giving out your opinions, you are basically for good half an hour there is proper brainstorming about what you want to do in your project with your team. And you start working on your project till the next day, like next morning, right? You have a deadline of next morning. So during that time, you work on that project with your team, on that problem statement. We also had, like fun sessions also. They also organized some networking sessions They organized a meme contest type of thing also during the hackathon. So while you're working on the project, there are things that are going on in the background that you can participate in. Mentors come in shifts, like for the first 10 to 12 hours, one mentor will be there. For the next 10 to 12 hours, the other mentor will be there. They will monitor you because all of you are on the same link. They will see how you are interacting with your teammates, how you're communicating, your leadership skills, your technical skills, your soft skills, your team team spirit and everything. They will monitor that while you would be working on the project. And the next once the deadline is approaching, you will have to submit a presentation, a demo video for the judging round, and you will have to submit kind of a form where you will have to report the details about your project too. And after everyone has submitted their demo videos, there will be a judging round where each team will give out a presentation for their project. So once the judging round is done, there will be some teams will be qualified to the next round, the final round. So some of the teams will be qualified for the next round. They will again give the presentation, and from those teams, one team per NGO will be selected as a winner, right? So there will be 2 rounds of presentation, and then there will be a winner decided. So during the judging round, they once your presentation is done, they ask you some questions, and based on your presentation and the way you answer those questions, you will be qualified for the next round. So the winners of the hackathon for each NGO, there is a winner per NGO, are announced on the same day, and those winners get prizes like I think they got iPad or something. They get prizes, and their project, the winner project, are actually implemented by JPMorgan for the NGOs. So if you do get to win, your project will be used in real time by those NGOs. Our team did not qualify for the second round, but we had an amazing experience. It was a great learning experience, one of the best times I have had in my life. You learn a lot, technical skills, non-technical skills. It is a very unique experience. So if you do get selected for the hackathon, make the most out of it. The results for internship and full-time roles are announced after like a month after the hackathon. Our hackathon ended on 12th July, and I got the result that I got selected for the internship on 31st July. So there's like 20 to 25 days gap between the hackathon and the result announcement for the internship and full-time roles. Out of the 5 students that were selected from our college to participate in the hackathon, 2 of us got our results on 31st July, but there were 2 more students who got selected, but they got their result after 5 to 10 days, like after they got their result in August. Even though our team did not qualify for the second round, 5 out of the 7 members from our team got the internship. So it's not like, you have to win the hackathon to get the internship, and it's not like if you win the hackathon you'll definitely get a job or internship. Both things are, I won't say they are different, but the judging criteria of both the things are quite different. You win a hackathon if the NGO like your presentation, right? And you get an internship or a full-time role if the mentor thinks that you're worthy of getting it. There are some tips that I would like to give you for the hackathon. First is, when you get selected to participate in the hackathon and when the actual hackathon starts, there is a good 1 month time period between that. So utilize that 1 month, work on your development skills, and because even if right now you are not that good with development, you will have a lot of time. Like 1 month is a lot of time to work on your development skills. So utilize that time to work on your development skills. Second is the the tech stack that you would end up using would depend on your team, right? Like what the team members, what majority of them can do. For example, in our team, I knew Python and I knew Flask, and I never worked on JavaScript. I never worked on Stack. But our team, most of the team members from my team knew Stack. So I had to learn, I had to get myself familiar with JavaScript and MongoDB and React for like 3 days before hackathon. So even if you worked on something for 1 month, there is a chance that you would not end up using that in the hackathon, but that doesn't mean that you should not work on anything in that one month. What I'm saying is you should be willing to learn new technologies even just before hackathon starts. Don't panic if you don't know something. You have plethora of free resources on the internet from where you can learn, right? So don't panic and have fun during the hackathon. Communicate with your teammates, network with them. You might end up making great friends, right? Even if you don't win or you don't get an internship, you will learn a lot. You will learn new technologies, you will know how to work on a project, you will know how to work on a real-time project. It won't be something for like your college project. It would be a real-time, real-life application kind of project. So have fun during the hackathon. Best of luck to all the students who are participating in Code for Good 2022. I hope you have a lot of fun during the hackathon. I hope you learn a lot, and if you have any doubts regarding the hackathon, you can put that in the comments, or you can reach out to me on Twitter or LinkedIn. I'll put my social media handles in the description. So best of luck everyone. Bye bye.